and we are here on this April 30th, Thursday, April 30th, and we are excited to have another show. We are filling in for Hoda and Jenna, who are amazing hosts in this show. They let us borrow their logo. And anyway, we're excited to fill in for them, and we are going to be talking about teachers and staff members of schools again today, really focusing on the strongest school in the nation. That would be Pineville Elementary. They do so much for their students and love them so fiercely. We want to recognize the people who work at that school. So we're moving on to 6th grade teachers.
6th grade teachers. We're going to start with Miss Castaneda. Oh, Miss Castaneda. She is a prankster.
You never know what's up her sleeve.
You never know. When you see her coming sometimes, you're like, oh, what is she doing now?
Yeah.
And
we try to prank her back, and it never seems to
really seems to work. I know.
We're going to get her one day.
She always knows it's coming.
So if you're watching, get ready.
Get ready. We're after you. We're coming for you. She is also hilarious, and she is sarcastic in the best way possible. She just has fun with everything she does, whether it's teaching or anything.
Yeah.
She just has a good time.
She plans stuff and helps us with that type of thing. Really, just overall great person. So glad that she works at Pineville.
Such an asset to the staff and gets along with everyone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, moving on to Miss Dupuy. Miss Dupuy started out here as our master teacher last year.
Yep.
And we did not have that position this year, so she moved to the PE, to the gym, and she did a great job. She had some really fun, creative things in there to get them exercise. They didn't even know they were exercising. Yeah. And then moved in the middle of the year to 6th grade science and has just rocked it.
I know. She's done amazing. I kind of wish that we could have videotaped all of her lessons so that when she moves on to bigger and better things that we could have the next person try to do the exact same thing that she did.
She has this way of just making learning fun, whatever they're doing. It's just fun in there, and so much hands-on.
But she pushes them too.
Oh, absolutely.
Like writing and science and just doing some amazing work in there. But she's the type of person that will take something and just runs with it, no matter what it is, and she'll make it great.
And speaking of running, she has so much energy.
Yeah, she does.
Gosh, she has so much energy. I wish that I could bottle up that energy and use it. And she also dresses really cute.
Yes.
Super, super cute. All right, Miss Williams. Miss Williams
She is a boss. A girl boss.
She has lots of businesses.
She does, and I'm so impressed by that. Because she manages both her businesses. Her house is going under remodeling stage right now. And then on top of that, she does these amazing lessons in social studies. I mean, truly innovative things in the classroom.
Where they're learning on their individual, their individual paths and things.
It's pretty cool to watch.
Yeah.
In fact, I wanted some teachers to go in there to see that because it's really individualized, and then she's just kind of managing it, and the students are doing the work themselves, and it's pretty cool. I do remember this. I want to say this before we move on to the next one. When we had some people come and observe her class through the Rapides Foundation, one of them said that they asked the student if the teacher ever gives them the answer because they were stuck. And the student said, no, never. In other words, she pushes them and makes them find it and figure it out.
Think for themselves. Yeah. And back to her businesses, I think it's worth mentioning because they just started a cafe, but the cool business that she owns is a belly dancing studio.
Yeah.
Which is
pretty awesome.
I mean, who could say that? She owns a belly dancing studio. That's so cool.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to Miss Christie, our 6th grade math teacher. Miss Christie, she loves her kids.
She does.
She really does love those kids.
And she loves the hard-to-love kids as much as the ones that are a little easier to love. And what I mean by that is just, some of them are harder to teach for behavior purposes and things like that, but she loves them all. And
when her favorites may not be anyone else's favorites. You know, she just has a heart for those kids.
Yeah. When I think of her in my mind, I think of all the crazy outfits that she wore this year. She dressed up for any dress-up occasion. Yeah. So that was pretty great, too.
Yes. And she taught 6th grade math last year for the first time and did not want to do it.
She was so worried about it. Yes. I remember.
Yes.
She was so worried.
And then by the end of the year, she wanted to teach math again. So we're glad thankful she was open to that last year.
Yeah.
And is doing that again this year. Mm-hmm. Right, Miss McDowell. Miss McDowell is like the ultimate team player.
She really is.
She comes to everything. If there is a robotics tournament or a basketball game,
she's there.
Or a carnival, or it doesn't matter. She is there and helping, and with a smile on her face.
Yep.
She just does, and
she'll do like the grunt work of things for her team sometimes. Right. Like remember when we were doing the houses and we had to figure out how we were going to do that. Right. She had it all prepared for us and ready to go. She can organize some things.
Yes, she can.
Put it all together.
Mm-hmm. And she is a master manager of her class. Like, I don't think there's ever really a behavior.
No, and she never is flustered.
No.
The kids just do what they're supposed to do in there. It's pretty amazing.
Teach us how you do that, please.
Yes. Yes, that would be great.
Yes. She is awesome. And what you may not know, she is a former administrator.
That's right.
She's a former administrator. Lots of different experience. Yes. Mm-hmm. Moving on to Mr. Woods, Coach Woods.
Yes.
Coach Woods is our one of our custodians, but he's also our basketball coach.
Yeah.
He gives so much of his time.
He does.
To those boys.
And, every morning he stands on duty by the boys' bathroom for us, which typically custodians don't really have duty. No. but here we needed him, and he was so willing to do that.
Yes.
So he stands by the boys' bathroom and kind of monitors them coming in and out. And if you ever walk by, there's always a crowd of kids around.
Always is a crowd.
Always. Boys and girls.
Yes.
They just love him and respect him, and he is always just speaking words of life and wisdom into them. Like I've walked past so many times and heard him, correcting a kid in a way that was loving, but like kind of went beyond that moment and gave them advice for the future.
Right, and he expected those boys on that basketball team, and then when he took over the girls' team, to be students first. They really were student athletes, and he really pushed them to get their behavior in check and to get their grades in check. And he was just such an asset to them. And another thing about him is that we pick on each other a lot. You can ask Dr. Stokes. We pick on each other a lot.
Yeah, we're kind of mean to each other.
We are,
but in the best way.
And yes, we do love each other, but we do pick on each other a lot. Keep it funny here in the office.
And I think most people know this, but he's also a pastor. He pastors a church out in Bunkie, and he really got started a couple of weeks before everything hit with the coronavirus, so he's had to figure that out, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is. Mr. Cootie. Oh, Mr. Cootie. He was like a godsend.
Literally, I was praying and just anxious about trying to hire another custodian, and we just didn't have some good experiences with some subs that were supposed to come and sub in that spot, and I remember that I got a phone call, and there was a situation in another school. Anyway, long story short, it was like the Lord dropped him from heaven to help us. Yes. And he learned everything. There's a lot to learn, and he really listens and respects Mr. Woods, and has done a good job.
One of my favorite things about him is he loves Jesus, and he is so willing to just share himself with students. There is a club that he was getting ready to start, a student-led Bible study that he was just getting ready to start, and we will definitely be doing that last year. But he came to us and wanted to start that with the students. So he just he has his way with the students. You could see him in the morning when he's on duty in the mornings, and he's high-fiving them, and and just joking around,
checking in on him.
Yes.
One of my favorite memories about him is, and I think you were the one that told me about this, but a student was really upset in the hallway, and they were sitting in the hallway, and so he was doing his normal routine and saw the student and just sat down beside him.
On the floor, got down on the floor and just sat beside him, and to comfort him. It was beautiful. It really was. But that's what we're about. And,
every single person here does multiple things, and really loves the students, and they come first.
Yep.
So.
Okay, moving on to our paraprofessionals.
Yes.
We have some of the best here that just go above and beyond.
We really do have the best people.
And our first one is Miss Heather Robinson.
Yes.
Gosh.
So much to say about her. I remember when she interviewed, and
What'd she say she was?
Something like a sparkle feather or a
something. But it described her very well.
It really did. And I'll always remember that. She was really nervous in that interview, but man, what a gift she has been to our school and to our students. And she has relationships with students that are so strong that the students go to her first whenever something is wrong.
Right. And drive her crazy because they want to check in with her.
They
just
do.
To see her and say hi to her multiple times a day. She is a mom of 5. And she is a super mom. If you have seen what she's been doing with her own children over the quarantine, it is.
And she will argue with you and say she's not. She really is.
But gosh, she really things she's doing with them. And she has the sweetest spirit. She sees the beauty and the positivity in everything, no matter what. And I could use, we could all use a little more of that.
So if you don't follow her Science Lab on Instagram, you should. I think it's under Miss Heather's Science Lab, because the students are doing some really amazing things in there, and a lot of times the teachers don't get to see that.
She's
awesome.
a science nerd. She loves science, everything science, and it exudes from her when she's in there teaching those students. And so many of them say lab is one of their favorites because they're getting to do things they've never done before and learn about science while doing it. And she also does our Flash Pride Run Club, our boys run club, and
that's been a huge success too. That's been featured in the Town
Talk. And that group of boys, they just come together and do amazing things, and are supportive of each other and the other racers, and they're just.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. All right, Miss Amanda. Miss Amanda is one of our pairs. Started in the cafeteria.
She did. She started there and wanted to be a paraprofessional. And at the time, she spoke to the previous principal about it, and then I stepped in, and we made that happen. And so
she is always like whatever I say. Amanda, can you run to so and so's office? Amanda, can you cover this class? Amanda, could you? I mean, yes, she is always yes, and she is on it.
She probably covers the most classes of any para, and that's not easy.
No,
it's not easy at all. But she does it, and she never complains to us about it.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, she was tasked with being almost like a child-specific paraprofessional for one of our Tier 3 students that was just struggling immensely with life in general, has lots of trauma, behavior, and academics. And she
was his person.
She was his person. I mean, he needed her, and I think in a different way, she kind of needed him too.
Yeah.
Like, it gave her a sense of responsibility, and she just really took that on and advocated for him, fought for him, cried with him, cried about him, and it was just really neat to see that.
She was just, like she said, she was what he needed and what we needed for him. And it was
perfect.
It was perfect. It really was.
Yeah.
Miss Duncan, she is our party planner. And
organizer, delegator.
Yes. She can throw a party better than anyone I know. And she loves to throw a party. Yeah. She does our honor roll breakfast.
She does our Black History program, which is probably like the premier event here at Pineville Elementary for the community. It's amazing.
It is amazing. The things that she has, this talent she brings out in our students during that.
Because she'll, challenge students to step out and memorize a poem or sing a song. And these are students that probably wouldn't have been the top on somebody's list for sure. Getting out there, because they don't normally do that. But it's like she can see that in a student and pull it out of them. So that's really neat.
Yes. And she is super organized. She can organize things. She can, she organizes field trips for us. She organizes.
That's true. She always contacts the bus drivers for us.
Bus drivers and the New Orleans trip. And she just does a lot of those extra things around here. The honor roll programs, she gets the prizes. I mean, she does a lot of those things that maybe not,
people don't always know that she's doing that, but she does it.
She does, and does a great job with that. Oh, Miss Carter. Oh, our Miss Carter. She's
a feisty lady.
She is, and I bet she has more energy than anybody on the staff.
She is also, for those of you who don't know her, the oldest person on our staff. I don't know how old she is.
I'm not sure either. But she acts like as far as what she does around here, like she's 30. Like, she is zooming in and out. I mean, she exhausts me. Just
gets here early.
Way earlier than she has to.
Makes the coffee for everybody. That's really important to people, by the way. It's really important.
And she's just one of those that just does whatever you need her to do.
Yeah.
And she's another one. Yes, whatever it is.
She also covers classes.
She covers whatever we need for her to do. Mm-hmm. And also, something you may not know about Miss Carter is she can get donations from anyone. Anyone.
I don't know how she does it.
Like, what we were going around for teacher appreciation on regular years, she gets enough donations where every staff member gets a nice gift, a gift card or something like that. And so one year we were going around picking things up, and I said, I wonder if the movies. She's like, pull in there, I'll go ask. Pull into the movies. She hops out, comes back a few minutes later with movie tickets. I mean, she can get things from anybody. I guess she's just, people can't tell her no. I don't know, but it is impressive, and we are very grateful.
Yes, we are.
For Miss Carter.
Yeah, and her pepper jelly.
Her pepper jelly, yes. Miss Smith. Miss Smith is, she wears a lot of hats, too.
She does, and she's talented at a lot of different things as well. And she's also been really flexible.
Yes.
Like, her job description here has changed so many times. Poor thing.
Yeah.
She could have been probably really aggravated with us, but she rolled with it.
Yes. She does the library now. She does the yearbook. She does world languages. She teaches French and Spanish. Yes.
So it's pretty talented.
She's done the literacy lab.
Yes.
She's kind of done it all.
She has done it all. She's done inclusion as well.
Yes. And she loves these students. She has a heart for these students. She understands where they're coming from, and just worries about them. And she is one that really believes in the trauma-informed, and if she feels like she has done something to break a relationship with a student, she will come to me several times and can we talk to that student? Can we, I want to fix that relationship with that student, because she really wants what's best for all of our students.
Yep.
So, our newest addition to our staff was Miss Hoban, and she was also a godsend.
Yes.
To us.
We needed her. Yes. And we knew we needed her, but then when she came and started working with the student that we really needed her to help, that student flourished. He was doing things that we didn't know he could do, and it just confirmed how much we really did need her here.
Right.
She could get him to do all kinds of things that we couldn't. But then, even on top of that, she was willing to do other responsibilities around here.
She has so much patience. I mean, it's not easy to work with one student all the time, as you can imagine, but she did it, and she, like she said, she brought out so much in this student and brought him further than we, and he was doing things we didn't know he could do, and so we are just so thankful for that. And she fit right in with us, and she has some funky fashion. Miss Heather said, she's like, who was that lady when she first got? She said, I used to see her at Pineville Junior High, and I always told Piper how cute she was, and how I always wanted all of her clothes. So, yeah, we have some fashionistas here.
We do.
Yes, not including me. Miss
Paul. We've really gotten to know her
lately.
Yeah, I almost said this summer. It is not summer.
It's not summer yet.
But she has come every single day almost every single day to volunteer to hand out food with our cafeteria ladies, and that just says so much about her heart.
Right, and it's not like she lives right here. She drives.
Mm-hmm. She does.
A good distance to get here every day, and usually her daughter's with her and handing out meals with a smile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's just really giving and has a servant's heart, and I could see that here too whenever she started as a sub, and then we hired her as a paraprofessional, and she was willing to do whatever, always had a smile on her face, never was in a bad mood, it seemed like. And even
kids, they loved her. Even as a sub, she became part of our faculty. If we had dress-up days, she was dressing up with us. Mm-hmm. You know, she was, I can remember when she was subbing, a couple times I needed her to just go cover something or do something, and she just jumped and just did it. So we are lucky, very lucky with the people we have here. Miss Daniels, she's another new one to us this year.
Yes, I am so thankful for her. She is she's quiet. She's like a rock.
Yeah.
She's so reliable. Mm-hmm. Never misses work. And she always does exactly, what her schedule says. She doesn't deviate from that, and she works really hard. I heard that she was taking notes in science so she could learn the content, so she could help the students better.
Yeah.
I mean, who does that? That's amazing.
That's amazing. And she has such a calm spirit. She just has this calming presence, and that the kids just get, and that they just love her being in there.
They do. The teachers love her being there. She just does a really great job. And going into a classroom as a paraprofessional, it's not the easiest thing. It's hard to figure out the balance, like what you need to do, what you don't need to do. And she just kind of knows. And I love that about her.
And she always wants to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. If she feels like she doesn't quite know something or she's doing something, she will come and ask someone to make sure she's doing it right. She wants to do it right. And I so appreciate that about her.
Me too.
Our lunch ladies, our cafeteria staff, they're some of the hardest working ladies.
And we have gotten to see them in action firsthand even more now. I mean, we would go in the cafeteria, but usually
it's busy in there.
It's busy in there. We're on duty. We're talking to students more. And they're busy handing out food and all of that. But this time period has really allowed us to get to know them. They are just amazing people.
Some great ladies.
They are.
Yes.
So let's start with Miss Antoinette.
The leader.
She's our cafeteria manager. And honestly, I was, we were looking over some of the notes before we were going to do this video. I was like, she's just a good leader. She's respected by the people under her.
But she does have a good time with them too. She has that
good
balance.
She does. Like, they have a lot of fun together.
Yeah.
And she is one of the most hardworking people on campus. And I want to say this. I'm hoping that our teachers are watching, because all of America is watching this.
Of course.
But whenever I come to the school, and I'm here a lot. I'm here way after hours. I'm here early. I'm here on the weekends. But, I mean, that's kind of what I'm supposed to do. But Miss Antoinette is here as much as me. I will pull up. Her car will be here. Or I'll leave and her car is here. She works so hard on the weekends and everything.
And most of these ladies, including Ms. Antoinette, have other jobs. So they give so much here. And then they go to other jobs, too. I mean, these ladies are something.
Yes. Keisha.
Oh, Keisha, Miss County. So we discovered a few weeks ago when we were handing out meals that we graduated together, which is crazy. We had a big graduating class, so it wasn't, like we would have seen each other all the time. But she is hilarious.
She is. She is so sassy and spunky and just full of personality, but it's the best.
She could have her own comedy show, probably.
She probably could.
I mean, she kept us laughing out there.
Yeah.
Like, when she wouldn't be out there, we'd be sad because she just...
Yeah. Then we'd make her come out there.
Just so funny.
She is.
And I'm going to make her do some comedy for the kids next year because they're missing out.
They are
They
missing
don't get
out.
to see that because she is the best. All right.
Miss Ebony Carter.
Yes.
She's
Sweet lady.
has such the sweetest spirit. She always is smiling. I don't know, just her presence is so calming and sweet. And she's never mean to the kids or, snappy with them. She's just always kind. And, her son went to our school here last year. And
So she was a parent, too, not just a staff member.
And he and I spent a lot of time together, not because he was in trouble, just because we had a good relationship.
Yeah.
And so I worked a lot with Miss Ebony, with her son, and just trying to, she would advocate for him. She was just a great parent to work with. Wish we had more like that.
Yes, very, very supportive.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And then Miss Verna, she is also always smiling, at least when I see her.
Yeah,
I mean, things could be different back there around, but no, she's...
And she has a great smile,
so
too.
kind. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She gets along with people. She works hard. She's also been volunteering her time and working here during this time period where we're handing out the meals, and been doing it for several weeks now. But anyway, she'll come in and work and gets along great with everybody.
And
thankful to have her.
Sometimes your children are a good reflection on the kind of person you are. And her daughter came a time or two to help with meals, and let me tell you, she worked so hard and was so polite and so kind, and I think that's just a great reflection on the kind of person that Miss Verna is. So.
That's right. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Our final two.
Final two.
Gosh, these are two people that I don't know how we could
I don't know.
survive without.
So first up is Miss Jenna, and
Our secretary, our amazing. Secretary is her name, her title,
yes,
but
she is
so
nurse. She is mom. She is bookkeeper,
comforter.
Counselor.
Yeah.
With the students and with me.
us, yes.
But she's also one that works really hard. She'll be up here on the weekends.
Way more than she's supposed to. She gives so many more hours than she's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
It is such a tough job to have to juggle the hats that she has in so many things. I could never do it. Sometimes we have to answer phones when she's not here.
We
something.
struggle.
Oh my, I cannot.
Not with the phones. It's just the
there's
phones.
so much
and
going on. Yeah,
it's a lot.
But she learned things so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much to learn because she was new to us last year, and she learned things so quickly. And she's so kind to everyone that comes, even if they're not to her. She is so kind to them. These students love her. Actually, we had to run them out of the office in the mornings because or in the afternoons because they all want to come.
They want to give her a hug at the end of the day.
Yes.
And it's really hard for me to not let them do that. But
she has too much going on. Yeah, she has too much going on to have all of those students.
She has a lot of fans.
She has a lot of fans, yes.
Including
like us.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fans.
Yeah.
I mean, not at school, but in the nation.
For our show.
Yeah.
Yes. We're going to give Hoda and Jenna
a run for their money. Yeah, we are. But back to Miss Jenna. That's enough about us. She is a special lady and has the biggest heart of anyone that I know. And she is a talented baker and chef. She makes, if we're having a potluck or something, you want her desserts and her food. Because
that's right.
They are
an awesome cook.
Good. And she is a mom of several and grandmother of several, and I think she sees our students as
more
an
of
extension
our kids.
of her family, that's for sure.
Definitely.
We just could not do it without her, that's for
I
sure.
really couldn't. And what I love is she thinks of things that I don't think of that I need to be thinking of.
Yeah.
And she's just like one step ahead of me a lot of times.
Yes.
That's really helpful.
Yes, it is. All right, and then finally, our resource officer, Officer Cortez. Gosh, he is so much more than a resource officer.
He is. I mean, there are times when I'll panic about something, and he's one of the first people that I call. He knows how to fix just about anything.
Yes.
But he also has just knowledge about the world.
we have often joked, like, if you have a question, you need an answer, just ask Cortez.
He will figure it out.
He will figure it out. He knows so much. He hangs bulletin boards for us. He will weed eat for us. He comes up here a lot on his own time to do things.
Does. He puts all the Chromebook carts together with all those cords and everything for us.
Yes, he has given so much of himself to this school. His children have come through the school. His whole family gets involved. If we have something, they're all here helping and volunteering. Something else about him is he is amazing with kids that are kind of in crisis.
Yes,
or
that's a good way to put it.
that are
Just having a bad moment.
He has this calm and this peace about him
He does.
that he can bring them to his office and just calm them down.
Yeah, he settles them. And some of our students want to go sit in his office. Not to chit chat, but just because they know it's a safe place.
Yeah.
Which I really love that.
Right. He has taught them, about law enforcement and how they are, they're there for the students and that they're there to help them. And he has really been a positive influence in a lot of our students' lives.
He's made a lot of sacrifices and put a lot of time and effort into this place. Not just the building, but the people here. And he never wants to be recognized for it.
Never.
In fact,
Never.
he probably would be aggravated that we're even
Yes.
taking this long to talk about him, but he deserves it.
Yeah,
I mean,
he does.
he's a big part of our school family. We appreciate that.
Yes. And that is everyone on our staff.
It is. And, I hope that these past 2 days uplift the people who hear these stories about people who work really hard and never really want the credit.
Right.
I think one thing that stands out about our school is how much we love our students. And we have people here that go above and beyond for them. Even when the student doesn't deserve it, we're still right there with them in partnership.
Right. And we often say we have the best staff, but we mean it. I mean, we really, truly believe that we have the best staff and the best students around.
Yeah.
And we love this place and wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Yeah, definitely. So, if you are watching this and you are part of our staff, know that we love you so, so much. We thank you for your time, your energy, your effort, your sacrifices that you make for this place and these people. And then if you are, one of our viewers across America or from another school, we want to recognize the teachers and staff members of all the schools because it's not an easy job. You don't always get recognized, but sure is rewarding.
Right. And if you want to see what's going on here, come visit.
Yeah.
We love visitors.
Yes.
We have visitors often, and and so come visit us. And we're doing this for Teacher Appreciation Week, but we appreciate you every second of every day, truly.
That's right. That's right. Okay. I think that is it for our last segment, and I hope that Hoda and Jenna will have us fill in again.
Yes. All right. Have a nice day.